if I'm honest. Oh, my bad. Oh, you lot are doing the... Hey, chat, man. Come on, man. Come on. You lot love beefing. Gyökeres will struggle for sure. Take your word for it. He wouldn't be the first nor the last player. By the way, as annoying as it is, if it's just Eze in, I'll rate this window at 8 out of 10. To be fair, no matter where Kane Eze can play left is better than Trossard and Nelly. I'll be so real. Heavy on the Eze. You want to defend Arteta so much, you're suddenly forgetting his job description and demands and expectations of the job. What shocks me most is Arteta knows the left-hand side is a mess and still wants to keep these guys. Please, Berta, rise up and get these new lads in. Trossard doesn't play well when he starts, so how can he get a new contract? It's not like he always plays well. He only plays well sometimes, mostly off the bench. Arteta getting paid too damn much to fail at scouting our own players and their shortfalls. Pep hates the goofy social media food pics. Gunner blog said they don't want to extend the length of the contract. Trossard, Arsenal want to give him a pay bump. To be fair, he probably is underpaid. He is contracted until 2027, so that might mean he gets phased out anyways. But what, you wouldn't, even if you have plans to sell Trossard or anything, you wouldn't at least put the option of extending it by another year? Because as much as, you know, obviously, if he's deserving of a, whether I believe it or you know, if he's deserving of a payment rise, fair play. But it's more rising costs, no, surely? I don't know, man. And to be fair, money's important. Well, money's always important. But at this stage in his career, Trossard got to think about everything. So I don't begrudge him or his agent for maybe taking their time over stuff and deciding what they want to do. A player that I identified as not clinical in 2022-23 is missing goals in 2024-25. And what I'm not supposed to blame the manager for not seeing what I saw 2 years ago. I'm just someone who believes in praising and then critiquing. Let Arsenal be boring. I don't think we're going to get relegated. Nathan, if you're going to try, at least make it funny, man, because some of the big up rants, some of the people that come over from rants to stream, they talk a lot of nonsense, but at least it's fucking funny. Like, it's just chatting off. But there's your 5 minutes of fame. Look, Mama Famous. What is your Mama Rainers? Let me stop. If you don't want to try, I'll troll. Like, Seaman Demon, see. Yellow card. See, if you don't want to do foolishness, we can do foolishness. God forgive me, man. In fact, nah. There's casualties in war, man. FA Cup with Emi Martinez too. What are you lot talking about in the chat? It's like I'm just buttoning conversations. Jorginho's format for Mengo does make me think we underutilized him. 90 after 90 delivering performance. Nah, G. Big up Unks Jorginho. You did your thing, but we needed something else, man. There's just certain games for him. Quality player, great tactical mind. Not going to surprise me when he had a great career. Not going to surprise me when he is a coach of some degree. And above all, like, Jorginho was at Carnival. He's for the streets. But there were certain games, like, you didn't really want to see Jorginho in them end-to-end football games. Like, they kind of had to... Jorginho was almost better in the bigger games. Like, even... I don't know how many times he's played against Liverpool. I wouldn't say Liverpool at Anfield, but against Liverpool, against City. When it's them kind of chess matches, that's his bread and butter. When it's them crazy ones, it's dark. But then there was also times where we saw Jorginho playing them crazy games or going into it. You saw his name in the lineup. We're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And for a large part of Declan Rice's career at Arsenal, I don't want to say him and Jorginho was the best partnership, because I think him and, you know, the guy that's gone now, that was, but they complemented each other very well. Definitely, I'm not making this up. Definitely Rice's debut season. It had to have been. It had to have been. Sell him to Saudi, 40 mil easy. I hear it, but it's all fun and games saying shot man to Saudi. Did they want to go? Like, did they actually? It's like with Martinelli. Everyone says, oh, he's on 190 grand, shot him to Saudi. Does he want to go to Saudi Arabia? Because at this moment in time, none of us work for Arsenal. Maybe it's something different. No one ain't risen up any European offers for him. Pardon me. I don't know, man. Chat, please be nice to each other, man. Please be nice to each other. We're all good. You never know when it's your last day. Please, man. Even you, Marcel, man. Come on. Come on. Every time my chat goes crazy, can always be traced back to Marcel, you know. He ain't drank enough this morning. He's normally calmer. Run up the likes, people. Surely we can get 300. KJ, my guy. I need to get you on the platform. I didn't even know you was, you know, you're better than Rums as a Liverpool fan. I'll give you that. DG, no way you believe this childish propaganda. Man said he was scared of Havertz. His agent wanted to squeeze out a bigger deal a year later, mate. Okay, but that was said last year as well. DG, why are you talking about? Because that's all you... And when I say Man United, yeah, Man United fans around the world, I'm not talking about you. Man United fans that actually live in Manchester, I ain't talking about you. It's these fucking London ones. They're always talking, Arsenal got to do this. Bro, You don't need to wash your bro. Forget it. Forget it. Yeah, forget it. Forget it. Focus. Concentrate. Word to SB. One of the first thing I've noticed about Gyökeres is that he switched from Nike Vapors to Adidas. As long as them the same shooting boots, do you think Edu's a top liar? To be fair, looking back, yeah, I think it must have been the end of Edu when he drew out Raheem Sterling. Now Sterling didn't bang, but he's like he actually violated Sterling, you know, like in the welcome vid. To be fair, we didn't plan to do this. Now that was one where they could have lied to us. But you get the point. Edu never said Marquinhos was better. Come on, man. Come on, man. By all means, hold people account, but don't lie on people, man. You need to get over the line regardless of that. But I hear that. Now, Cunha and Burmo's too good to fail. I don't think Cunha will fail, but if one of them had to flop, it would be Cunha. And I hope he does, innit? Make sure he bangs, you know. Make sure it bangs. Just all I want to make sure it bangs. Not an Arsenal fan, but still enjoy your podcast and opinions. But why do you think that is? Because you're a man of reason. And above all, we have a laugh and a joke. Yeah, your team shit, my team shit, this player's better. We can talk football. We can do everything. And I just feel social media is exhausting, man. It's mundane arguments. It's rage bait. It's like my dad's better. My dad will beat up your dad. My dick bigger than yours. Pause. Like it's boring, bro. It's boring. It's mad boring. It's absolutely boring. That's why, as a fan base, we need to be aligned in our club is first. We need to win. It don't matter who's in charge. Winning needs to be the forefront of everyone's mind from the top to all the things. Exactly. I want to win with everyone. You know, I want everyone to be on this journey, but this is how the game goes. This is how the game goes. This is genuinely how the game goes. Like, if Arteta left tomorrow, he can leave with his head held high, you know. A new manager could come in, not do certain things and benefit in the same way Arteta is benefiting from the fruits of Wenger's labour. Stadium's paid off. Haylen's pumping out talent. For years, we had to do the financial thing. We're in a point where you can spend 65 million rightly or wrongly on Kai Havertz, where you don't know if it's going to bang. The same rhetoric with Madueke, the same rhetoric with Declan Rice for 100 odd million. Some people that were here as part of this journey, we would have loved to have won leagues when Ramsdale's there, Tommy's about, Jesus is about, Tierney's here, you know, you get where I'm going in. Not everyone could be part of this. And sometimes that might be extended to the manager. I love Trossard and Martinelli. End of the day, you don't have the juice in you required. He might not be on that road. And that has to, at some point, you might not be able to blame Arteta, or even if a year, God forbid, he got sacked, it might not even be his fault. But at some point, the buck has to stop with you. Because I don't like the owners, but I can't sit here and just say that they're effing stuff up. They're not going to get rid of Arteta anytime soon. Arteta, I like you as a guy, you know. Big up Aaron, I see you in the chat somewhere. I like you, you know, but I like my club more. I've been in the press conferences. I love the conviction you speak with. I think you've shown big bollocks to make certain decisions. You show me can do the madman tactics thing. But I also think for you, you are shooting yourselves in the foot. I think you're shooting yourself, in the foot. And last time I checked, this is the Arsenal. Is it weird that with Edu, we barely got Brazilian players? Edu showed he's a fraud. He ain't rocked up with nothing from Brazil, apart from Marquinhos. Marquinhos has to be his nephew or something, man, because that never made no sense. Watch Lenny Euro clap, man. Let me Euro. Man, I got done up by Brennan Johnson. Don't think I didn't see him get done up by a team that got relegated in Southampton. Please, you lot United, you can't slander Gyökeres because you lot were whoring yourselves out for Gyökeres. You lot were there before Arsenal fans even cared about Gyökeres. You lot, even when Amorim beat City, you lot were whoring yourselves out for him and whatnot. So please, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not involved. Please don't let him score against you lot. Please. I think personally, Arsenal season starts against Leeds, second game of the season. Now, Euro's a good player, man. He's just the age you're at. Unfortunately, in this day and age, yeah, like when you've got potential and all these things, people think because we see you as having potential, you just click your fingers and you're going to be that. There's going to be trials and tribulations. I'm pretty sure if you ask Man United fans, there's probably games where Lenny Euro's probably looked way older than an 18-year-old, and there's probably been games he's looked his age. That's what's going to happen. And also, Man United are shit defensively. Like they're bad. They've been badly coached with bad habits. I like Euro, man. I really do like him, but that's on one hand. The game's the game. Don't lack, man. You don't want to buck into this guy, please. I'm not even Gyökeres. You know what? You're right. Gyökeres ain't even scoring against you. Like, it's Kai Havertz and these Madueke and that is Madueke. That listen, he's got to make Madueke. Madueke will get my support. I wouldn't have put 50 million on you cool. I can bitch about the cons. I can find some positives, but it's happened now. You can have all the potential. Me, I see it at 23 years of age. Wenger said this is where you need to kind of be the guy now. Potential's on that side. I need realized potential. And I'm not even going to get Madueke. You know more about football than me, Mikel Arteta. You and your recruitment team know more about me. I don't see the vision. I'll back him. I don't see the vision. Do your thing. If it doesn't happen, you know who needs to answer for that? Of course they are. DG, how many first team games do you think Dalman should get next season? As much as can be permitted. Or cameos. I want to see him play in the League Cup, realistically. FA Cup coming around. Would love to see him make his Prem debut and things. But we got to remember he's 15. He's actually, this is an important academic year as well. But some talent you can nurture, you can't contain, needs to do his thing. I actually preferred Madueke over some of our left wing options. He's more aggressive in taking on his right back. I'll give him that. He's on taking man on, but it's a mixed bag. Like, I would probably start Madueke now ahead of Trossard and Martinelli. Personally, mainly it's kind of a mundane thinking, purely because I'm kind of tired of seeing Trossard and Martinelli. I'm definitely tired of seeing Martinelli after this week, as much as I love him. But I can't tell you that's a better option than Trossard or Martinelli, and you can't unanimously see that. That's why I want Eze. Cool. People don't think Eze is going to play left wing, all right, whatever, even though that looks like where he can come get into the side. If we just assume that, we know Eze can play off the right, play in the 10. I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to like drop a Zubamendi or a Rice, but there's scope to have a lone 6 and rotating 8s. He can do all of that stuff. But if we just remember, if we just humor me, people, Eze is only a left winger for this example. Let's just say that. Yeah. Eze is he can only play left wing. You've got Eze, you've got Madueke, you've got Rodrygo, I wish, sorry. You've got Martinelli. I'm looking at Rodrygo. You got Martinelli, you got Trossard. Who's the better option? Who's the game changer? Looks like it for me. And I do think, I think people need to remember tactically, like, fair enough, we've only played 2 games. Arteta's got to find the way tactically to get something out of that left-hand side. Again, bringing in Gyökeres, bringing in Madueke, by God's grace, the Ezes and the Rodrigos and all these guys rock in, and I'll be happy. But we have not played in an attacking sense to say, okay, slap them players down and it's working. We've got to find a way to break down low blocks, move the ball quicker, create more clear-cut chances. Be a bit more unpredictable, maybe in terms of build-up play, how we press, where we press, what crosses come into the box, if crosses come into the box. You just got to evolve, bro. Got to evolve a bit and be unpredictable, man. Yeah, Marcel, when we do our, you know what, from this season coming until next, we're going to have mods end of the season awards. One of them is going to be villain of the year. And you know what, Marcel, I'm going to put a tenner on you, mate. I can't lie, people, you lot are buying it, man. 265 likes. We really can't get to 300. We've had banter. We've gone over the news. You see me have to get on to people, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, it's all this about. Our left wing is garbage. When Yeri was able to debut in the Prem same season, he was set to turn 16. DG, why do you reckon when we get a good signing, it was well done, Berto/Edu, but when it's a shit one, it's Arteta's fault? I must admit, I think the only people that do that are the weird fans that want to do the agendas. I think everybody's got praise, if I'm honest with you. Right, to the point where we already know what's going to happen. If Gyökeres doesn't bang, oh my God, it was a Berto signing, it weren't Arteta's. No, it's both of theirs. Arteta and the club might have wanted Sesko, but might have wanted Gyökeres. But when you factor in which one's easier and all the things that go with bumpability, you think Arteta is not happy with Donny. If it works, everybody gets praise. If it goes left, everybody gets question mark. I don't understand how Arteta and Berto aren't in agreement on which players are coming in exactly. We hear it, and for me, we hear the clubs on this collaboration thing. So you lot collab for it, make it work. If it works, everybody gets their praise. If it looks shaky, everybody has to hold licks. The fans would back the gaffer. However, the first 6 to 7 games in the Prem, then it will decide where the proper Arsenal fans are. It's a tough season. Get braced for the civil war, man. It's going to be jarring. I must admit, it's going to be jarring, man. It's going to be jarring. Like, when we win, we're amazing. We're the best in the world. We're going to win everything, including the Tour de France. When we lose, sack everything. You know, burn the Emirates down. It's a civil war, man. And I just feel in our fan base, there's too much. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Because everybody puts their ego, and it just shows you how men and women are just not perfect, innit? When we beat Real Madrid, I told you, imagine not believing in the manager. Oh my God. When we stunk up the place quickly, like, and it's neither right. I don't think Arteta has earned the luxury of having no criticisms. Like, what I mean by that is, pardon me, and it's not fair, but I could understand if people backed Wenger to the death if it made sense, or backed Jose to the death, or backed Pep to the death, or when he was at Liverpool, backed Klopp to the death. Like, you've earned that, innit? Like, you've done magical things. And many other managers, I can understand the delusion in that, if that makes sense. I can understand it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. I don't think Arteta's done that, because man at this club have been sacked and criticised for less than that. And maybe it's because we're battered and bruised. Equally, I don't subscribe to this rhetoric that he's been mad rubbish and he's this and that. Any of the conversation around getting over the line and winning and, you know, having to naturally be a bit more harsher if we're going from a little rebuild thing to you know, to trying to win stuff, I'm with all of that. But I don't subscribe to this rhetoric of moving like man's Messiah. And if you move like he's the Messiah and nothing goes wrong and he's so amazing, then amazing stuff for me needs to correlate to Prems and champs and trophy, picking up silverware and all those kind of things, because we have a good team, man. Why not? And I don't subscribe to this rhetoric of, oh, if Arteta gets sacked, who do we get? I can't tell you that I necessarily want the guy to get sacked or to stay. I can't tell you who the next manager would be. What I could say is this is Arsenal Football Club. In the same way, you know, Klopp wasn't sacked, he walked away. Did Liverpool go, oh my God, what's happening? What if Arteta says, you know what? Like, what if he said to God forbid, end the next season, or whether we win a Premier League or he leaves, he says, you know what? I need a break. Football's intense. I need to break. I need to be back with my family. What if he gets up and walks away? All this, who would we get stuff? Where are we at then? Because that means we should all throw it all in the plan, in the away then. Let's go over the line, man. Chelsea have to be some bright horses, bro. They spent £1 billion. Nah, one thing I'd say about Benjamin Sesko, he's not got motion. I like Sesko, but he's not got motion like this. Like, he ain't getting people in Singapore moving mad. He's not doing it. Let's say, if Gyökeres is getting that, if a Swedish player in Singapore is getting that, yeah, what do you think, you being a London lad, a former Arsenal boy, would get a reception in London? Eze, I'm not going to talk too much. I know you ain't watching my content, but yeah, man. Demand for Gyökeres jersey was so high, the Arsenal website temporarily clashed. Boy. Boy, Cronkies are laughing. Bro, close the tabs, my guy. Holy, there's so many. I do what I want. I do what I want. How are we meant to get involved then? How are we meant to have a show? No, because my laptop can handle this. Ain't you? Can't you? Spud me, mighty. We're not no little dibby laptop. We got this, man. Tab police lock me up, man. We've done bare streams. I'm gone. Free me. Most will give up to you, because football's an emotional game. When we win, I try not to get overly happy. When we lose, I try not to do too much. Big up DG. Why are we not looking at Lookman for left wing? To be fair, you have to give up on the Lookman thing. The Inter Milan manager, the CEO, came out yesterday and said that we're basically close to getting him. Number 10 is a special number to be rested at Arsenal. Sign Eze. Yeah. I did think 1 year he would get it. You know what? Should we just keep it free for at least 1 more year and give it to a certain academy grad as a late 16th birthday present? It's not Lewis Kelly, it's not Wanyeri. I don't know. And one thing I'm also not a fan of, yeah, like, again, I can't control people's opinions. I said not enough tabs. I can't control people's opinions. I can't control what they think. I always say two things. Just make sure you got your own thoughts, right? But there is one thing that kind of pees me off. It's this whole, like, you're entitled to support how you support, you know. Like, I don't agree. As long, for me anyways, the only non-negotiable is you do it in a respectful way. I'm not a fan of, you know, when it goes too much, like, it gets a bit personal. I'm not for that. I'm not a fan of, you know, policing people's opinions or policing how people support. I don't know about anyone else, but in my Football Mirror society, I've always been a thinker. Been raised to be that way. Not that I'm always thinking the right thing. I always think, why am I doing stuff? Why are other people doing stuff? Support doesn't mean blindlessly following someone into fire. Loyalty is as loyalty does. I'm not loyal for no reason. You need to give me reasons to be loyal and reasons to praise, critique, highlight areas. This whole just shut up and back and all of this, no, because some of you just like being part of a journey. That's not my thing. No one is a bigger passion merchant than me. No one is happier when it's all said and done to whatever. My thought is, I can think every one of these players are shit or amazing, but I'm backing you all the way. That doesn't mean me just acting like it's all gold. I'm not on that. You need 10 more tabs to be certified. To be fair, though, man, there's nothing else Arsenal related. And we knew it was like the rumors were going to slow down. You know, Give or take, the Rafa Leao thing is going to get there. Rah, no one was capping. Gyökeres, Sesko, you ain't got motion like this. You're my guy, Sesko, but you ain't got motion like this. You ain't got motion. Hey, Gyökeres, welcome, man. He has to bang. Sesko ain't getting this. You can keep your XG in that. Shirt sales for Arsenal's new signing Viktor Gyökeres have broken the club's record. But you done your thing. Cronkies are laughing. While data from various outlets and retailers is still being analysed, it is already clear that the demand for Gyökeres' number 14 shirt exceeds that of any player in recent history. Yeah, because we've been catting for a striker. Catting. Do you know what I mean? We're just happy we got a flipping forward, mate. Well, naturally, you would have thought Saka, Rice, Odegaard would have been some of the thingies. So, yeah, there has to be demand for Miles Lewis-Skelly shirts. Another one, got the streets. Sorry that I ain't going to get none of these players' names on the back of my shirt. Listen, as I said, I'm not policing anyone, but for me, I think you should leave having players' names on the back of the shirts to little girls and little kids and little boys and girls. I don't think grown men should have that unless it's a family member or something. Get your own name, but fair play. The shirt sales already paying for him. If they're doing that with him, well gone for Eze. Don't give Eze the 10. Arteta going to sabotage him. Less of that. Do we really need Eze? Would you not rather have a proper winger with MLS inverting, whereas the width at Palace, there was a wing back? Nah, man, bring Eze. I hear that, and you could do that. Bring Eze. Madueke is there. You can take man on if you want to take man on. Bring Eze. We can mix and blend things. Bring Eze. Bring him. Bring Eze to the carpet. Man gave Smith Rowe the 10 just to sell him. Yeah, he did. And to be fair, as much as the 14 and 10 shirts at my club are sacred, Eddie wore the 14. And you know what, Eddie, I'm not going to get at you in it. I don't think you should have ever got the 14. But at the same time, you know, you was an academy boy. You was just a simple, like, bro, a youth from London. When you strip it all back, a youth from London with his dreams of just being a footballer. You scored a hat-trick, wore the 14, played for this football club. And I've never had to question mark your ability. I mean, definitely your ability, your attitude. 1,000,000% Eddie and Ketty, your ability. 100%. 100%. Even though United fans are in this chat, you know what he does to you lot. William Gallas,